You may have thought we took care of lead, but we have not done enough. Most people who have been harmed have not received compensation, and those who profited for putting lead in our homes have largely escaped liability.
Well, very briefly, very succinctly, lead is not dead.
Childhood lead poisoning is one of the few preventable diseases.
Some of the stories that we hear from families are that they know that there's lead paint, but they don't want to bring it up to the landlord or say anything to anyone because they're afraid of losing an affordable unit that they currently have. And
you get a letter of compliance that your house has been made lead safe, been de-leaded, 5, 10, 15, 20 years ago. That letter of compliance is totally worthless.
Lead never breaks down. No treatment or cure for lead poisoning is known. It affects both children and adults and may cause violent tendencies, an IQ shift by an average of 5 to 7 points, hyperactivity, slower growth, pregnancy defects, hearing problems, anemia, seizures, coma, and death.
71% of homes in Massachusetts were built before 1978 when lead was banned. Only 17% have been inspected. Within 980 schools in Massachusetts, a majority had results above the recommended limit.
Companies have profited by knowingly placing lead products in our home, marketing them as healthy up until the 1970s. Although we have known the dangers since ancient times. At the moment, they hold no responsibility. Why?
People who were injured could not prove they were injured by a particular manufacturer. This is known as direct causation. Back in the 1950s, there was a pill that helped fight morning sickness. Years after the pills were consumed, the babies born started showing signs of birth defects.
A case was made against the DES pill known as Sindel v. Abbott because there was direct causation. But when a child in a low-income area shows symptoms related to lead poisoning, what should we blame?
Poor education? Single-parent households? Those causes are what was blamed in the courtrooms instead of the root cause: lead paint.
There is currently a bill in the Mass General Court that would allow liability for creating foreseeable harm from lead when placing it in commerce and failing to take action to prevent it. These companies would have to pay both the victims of lead poisoning and minimize any future losses.
Only those who knowingly and wrongly profited from placing lead in commerce will be targeted by this act. Landlords, schools, retailers, and guardians will remain untouched. Only those who caused the product to be sold in the first place when they were aware of the dangers will be affected.
People have a right not to be poisoned.
Producers have a duty to act responsibly towards consumers. You
have the ability to take action.